Hello, dear viewers and loyal fans of the TV Days Drama Digest channel. We're thrilled to be back with yet another deep dive into one of the most captivating and emotionally charged storylines on Days of Our Lives. Today, we turn our attention to the iconic couple that has captured the hearts of millions over the years, Beau and Hope Brady. Their relationship has been one of the central pillars of the show, filled with love, passion, betrayal, heartache, and, of course, plenty of drama. But now, we find ourselves on the brink of what could be the end of their story. Or perhaps not. Could this truly be the final chapter for Beau and Hope, or is there still hope for their reunion? As we delve into this story, we're left questioning the fate of these beloved characters. Will they ever return to Salem? And if so, what will their return look like? For those who have been keeping up with the show, the most recent developments have left us with more questions than answers. Could Beau and Hope's exit from Days of Our Lives have been mishandled? And if so, how will the writers bring the story to a satisfying conclusion? Today, we explore these questions, unravel the drama, and attempt to piece together the fractured storyline of Beau and Hope Brady. The shocking news, Beau's illness, and the tragic revelation, it all began with a heartbreaking phone call. Hope Brady, the long-suffering wife of Beau, reached out to their son Sean with the devastating news that Beau was dying. The gravity of the situation was unimaginable, and the Brady family was once again thrust into a whirlwind of emotions. Beau, who had already been through so much, was now facing what seemed to be the final moments of his life. The infection he had contracted from the ventilator that was keeping him alive had worsened, and his condition was rapidly deteriorating. Sean was left reeling from the news, unable to process the enormity of what he was being told. Beau, the man who had been a father figure, a husband, and a hero in Salem, was slipping away, and there was nothing anyone could do to stop it. This news hit the Brady family hard, and viewers at home felt the sting of the tragedy as well. The thought of losing Beau Brady forever was almost too much to bear, and many fans were left wondering if this truly marked the end of Beau and Hope's love story. For the fans who had watched Beau's journey from the very beginning, this was a bitter pill to swallow. Beau Brady had been a staple on Days of Our Lives for years, and his storyline had always been one of the most compelling on the show. His love for Hope, his complex relationships with his family, and his heroic escapades had endeared him to viewers. Now, it seemed like all of that was about to come to an end in a hospital room, with no grand exit, no dramatic conclusion. Just a slow, painful fade into the unknown. A desperate plea, Kayla's determination to save Beau as the situation worsened. Kayla Brady, Beau's sister and a seasoned doctor in her own right, found herself in a race against time. Kayla, ever the devoted family member, was unwilling to accept the fate that seemed to be sealed for Beau. She desperately sought out a solution, hoping for a miracle that could save her brother's life. This is when Kayla discovered that there might be a glimmer of hope. A drug that could potentially save Beau, though it was still in its early stages of development. The drug had been created by a doctor who was working on a groundbreaking treatment. However, it had not yet been tested on humans, and its safety was highly uncertain. This created an ethical dilemma that was almost impossible to navigate. Kayla, driven by love and fear, begged Dr. Russell, the doctor responsible for the experimental drug, to give it to Beau. She knew the risks, but she was willing to take any chance she could to save her brother's life. But in a crushing blow to Kayla's hopes, Dr. Russell refused to hand over the drug. He explained that it had not been tested on humans and was still in its infancy, with no guarantee that it would work or that it wouldn't cause further harm. This refusal marked a turning point in the storyline. For the first time, Kayla was forced to confront the possibility that she might lose her brother forever, and it was a moment of utter despair. The lost opportunity, Beau's coma, and the storyline breakdown as Beau's health continued to decline, Viewers were left wondering why this story was unfolding in such a heartbreaking way. For many fans, Beau's prolonged coma seemed like an unresolved plot point that didn't align with the character's legacy. After all, Beau Brady had never been one to simply fade away. He was a fighter, a man of action, and it felt strange for him to be trapped in a coma with no clear path forward. This confusion led to widespread speculation about the true nature of Beau's storyline. Why was he still in a coma? Why hadn't he recovered by now? And why did it feel like there was something missing from the storyline? Fans soon discovered that the answer lay in the hands of the Days of Our Lives writing team. In a surprising revelation, the new head writers of the show admitted that Beau and Hope's exit story had been broken. According to the writers, the original plan for Beau and Hope's departure had been scrapped. The couple was initially supposed to leave Salem together, embarking on a new adventure. The writers had planned for Beau and Hope to pursue Megan Hathaway, with the two of them riding off into the sunset. But for reasons that remained unclear, Beau was kept in an indefinite coma, and the storyline was abruptly cut short. In a statement to the network, the writers explained, Beau and Hope's previous exit story couldn't go as originally planned. This admission shocked fans, as it confirmed that Beau's prolonged coma was never part of the original plan. Instead, it was the result of a broken storyline that had been altered due to unforeseen circumstances. For fans who had been eagerly awaiting Beau and Hope's final moments on the show, this news was both frustrating and heartbreaking. The return of Beau and Hope, a proper farewell, but there is a glimmer of hope in this tangled mess of drama. The new head writers, determined to right the wrongs of the past, have promised to bring Beau and Hope back for a proper farewell. According to the writers, Beau and Hope's reunion will happen, and they will leave Salem together, just as originally intended. This return will not only offer fans the closure they've been yearning for, but will also give Beau and Hope the ending they deserve. As the writers explained, to make up for the cut storyline, the new head writers plan to bring Beau and Hope back to give them a proper farewell. This statement has reignited excitement among fans, as they now have hope that the couple will be given the emotional send-off that has been long overdue. Beau and Hope will finally reunite, and they will leave Salem on their own terms, ready to pursue their adventure together. What does this mean for Beau and Hope's fans? So, what does this mean for Beau and Hope's fans? Will their return live up to the hype? Will their reunion be the epic, tear-jerking farewell that fans have dreamed of? There's no doubt that the anticipation surrounding Beau and Hope's return is reaching a fever pitch. Fans are eager to see the couple back on screen, and they're hoping for an emotional reunion that will tie up the loose ends of their story. For many viewers, Beau and Hope's love story has been a cornerstone of Days of Our Lives. Their relationship has been one of the most enduring on the show, and their fans have stuck with them through thick and thin. Now, as Beau and Hope's storylines begin to take shape once again, fans are holding their breath, waiting to see what will happen next. There's no telling what twists and turns the writers have in store for Beau and Hope's final moments, but one thing is for certain. Days of Our Lives has always been a show full of surprises, and Beau and Hope's story is far from over. Whether they leave Salem for good or return to confront even more challenges, their legacy will forever be a part of the show's rich history. Conclusion: is this really the end? As we await Beau and Hope's return, we're left to wonder. Will this truly be the farewell that fans have been waiting for? Will their reunion be as dramatic and emotional as we hope, or will there be more twists to come? The fate of Beau and Hope is still uncertain, but one thing is clear: their story will go down in Days of Our Lives history as one of the most unforgettable love stories to ever unfold on daytime television. As we continue to follow the drama, we ask you, our dear fans, what do you think? Will Beau and Hope's reunion be the emotional send-off they deserve, or will there be more surprises in store? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.